What's going on, guys? My name is Sam and you're watching Cast Blast Camp. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own do-it-yourself bankside catch and cook kit with everything you need to have in one bag to cook fish on the bankside. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. Thanks for watching. So a lot of these items I have duplicates of, like the oil, the hot sauce, the breading, the paper plates, forks, spoons, paper towels, stuff like that. I have multiple of. You will not need all of this for one catch and cook unless you're doing a huge catch and cook. But I have my backups ready to go just in case if I run out of one, I have others available. So let's go ahead and go down the list of what you're going to need for a do-it-yourself bankside catch and cook kit. So these items are not going to be listed in any special order, but most of these items are going to be needed. Some of these items may not be necessary, but they can help out. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. Now for fish, you can mostly just eat them with your hands, but if you're cooking for friends and family, they might want a spoon or a fork. You never know. So having some disposable plastic forks and spoons can come in handy. Just be sure not to put these in any hot oil or hot water because they can melt. Next, we got paper plates. Yes, you can eat fish with just your fingers and eat it out the pan and not have to worry about a plate, but paper plates can come in handy if you're cooking for multiple people or if you just don't want to have to eat the fish out the pan or hold it in your hand the whole time. Also, paper towels. This comes in handy for wiping your face and hands, of course, but also putting on the paper plate to help soak up some of the extra oil and grease from cooking your fish and or wild game meat. Next up, some sort of smaller cutting board can come in handy. You don't need a cutting board. You can cut the fish on the ground if you wanted to, but it might get dirty. Also, if you're fishing under a bridge or near some structure, there could be a rock or concrete platform you could fillet the fish on, but that could get your fish dirty as well. So a cutting board can come in handy and also protects from your knife raking up against concrete or a rock and dulling your blade while you're filleting your fish or cutting your wild game. Some plastic bowls or containers with lids. These are going to come in handy for marinating your meats, breading your meats, or just holding your raw meat if you don't want to lay it on the ground or something like that to get it dirty. You can put it in one of these bowls or a paper plate. These bowls with lids come in handy so you can put the lid on them, shake it up with sauce, and when you're breading them. Now we're going to move on to the utensils. You're going to need some sort of cooking ware to cook your fish, of course. I've mostly been using this cook set for the past few years, but here recently I ended up getting some more cookware, some metal cookware that looks pretty decent. Here soon I'm going to do a catch and cook and do an unboxing on all three of these products and show y'all how they perform. But for the sake of this video, you're going to need some sort of pot or pan camping set. These come in handy because they're lightweight, they're small, but they get the job done. And then some sort of metal utensils. Spatula, spoon, and the tongs really come in handy to pick fish up out of oil. But this is the cooking set I have been using for the past few years, and this will work too. Any sort of little pan or pot just like this will work to fry fish in. They're lightweight, and most of them usually come with some sort of carrying case or the pans fold up into themselves. Now that we know what we're going to cook in, we need to know how we're going to cook it. And you can use a few different methods, but what I like using is all-purpose propane. You can get these relatively cheap, few bucks at Walmart or any store like that. And also they sell these propane burners that hook up to the tanks and you can cook on them. I have done an unboxing and review on this propane burner before, so I'll link that video in the description below. But these burners hook up to these propane tanks and then your pan sits on top and you're able to cook right on top of the fuel tank. You're also going to need a nice sharp fillet knife. This is going to come in handy for cutting meat, fish, and wild game. You might need some sort of blade sharpener to keep that blade nice and sharp as you're going along through your work. Now we're going to need some ingredients to cook with. A lot of people like using eggs for their wash, but I like using hot sauce for multiple reasons. 1, it has more flavor. 2, it doesn't go bad in the summer. And 3, these bottles are a lot tougher than an eggshell. Yes, they're glass and they still can break and crack, but if you did that with an egg, it's going to be broken. I've been using this wing sauce a lot for my fish. It's a thicker type of sauce so it sticks to the fish well and it allows for the breading to coat to it nice. But you can use any sauce you like, and I like to experiment from time to time with new sauces. Then you're going to need some sort of oil to cook it in. I bought these at the $1.25 tree. These are 16 fluid ounces. This is half a quart. And this is usually enough to get one catch and cook done, if not multiple, if you're not cooking up a whole huge batch of fish. The 16 ounce bottles are better to have than the big quart or the 2 quart bottles or the 1.5 quart bottles because these can fit in your bag better and you're not usually going to use that much oil on one catch and cook. I just have a bunch of backups here ready to go just in case. but you don't need a half a gallon to a gallon of oil. You can get by with just one of these bottles, and then you can buy another one when it's out, or you can buy a big bottle and just continue to refill this for cheaper. And I also like to keep a bottle of water on hand just in case if you get thirsty, but this is mostly used for rinsing fish. If you don't trust the body of water that you caught the fish in to actually rinse the meat off with as well, then go ahead and bring you a bottle of clean water so you can rinse any scales or stuff off your fish fillets that you don't want on it. And then last but not least, you're going to need some sort of breading. I like this House Autry fish fry for multiple reasons. It's got good flavor, the packaging's rather small so you can fit it in a catch and cook bag a little bit better than some of those bigger boxes, and it's affordable. These are one of the most affordable fish fries, but the flavor is very, very good on it. You can use any pre-bought fish fry you want, or you can make your own and put it in a bag and use that as well. But this is going to be needed for frying fish. And you won't need 5 bags, but like the oil and like the hot sauce, I have extras just in case, or for future catch and cooks. Also, having some extra spices can come in handy if you like a little extra flavor to some of your meals. This is not needed, but it can spice up some of your meals. And then last but not least, you're going to need some sort of carrying bag, tote, or box to put all the items in to be able to have an actual kit. I like this bag because it has handles and it makes it easy to carry down to the bank itself. You don't have to have both hands open to carry a big box of stuff around, or have an armload full of stuff that you have to keep on making trips back and forth to your car. This makes it easy just to have everything ready to go in one kit. Now I'm going to show you how I pack it in. This bag is made out of synthetic material, but it's strong enough to get the job done. It has 2 zipper pouches on the front here, and then 1 main compartment that holds most of everything. So now I'm going to show you how I pack everything in. There's no 100% exact perfect way. It's basically just like fitting puzzle pieces together. Now like I said, I have a few extra items just in case if I run out, but you won't need all the extras just for one catch and cook. So I put my big heavy bulk items in first, and then I try to get everything that's smaller to fit in around it. So I put 2 propane tanks on their side on the bottom. Then the cutting board goes down on bottom. That can also be helpful to be used as a support. Then we're going to put in some of the ingredients, being the fish fry breading and the spices. Just fit that in. Next up, oil. Put that in right next to the breading. Then we're going to put in the sauce. Also, I'm going to utilize these front pouches for some of this sauce as well. I'm also going to put the burner kit right in the front pouch. Like I said, it doesn't have to be in exact order. You just want to fit things in like a puzzle piece. If it fits in, it works. Next, the paper plates. Slide those in. Plastic silverware. Slide those in the back. Stand them up on their sides. You don't want to overstuff it to where you can't zip your bag, or if it's a box, you can't put the lid on your box. Just keep that in mind as you're filling it up. Knife and the sharpener right there on top of the silverware. Then we're going to put in any cookware, like the pots and the pans. If you have to move an item or 2 around, no big deal. Just move it around till you find a spot that fits. And like I said, you should have some more room in your bag because you're not going to have 5 bottles and 5 bags of fry for one fish fry. You put this bottle of water in this front pouch with the sauces. We're going to fit it in the plastic lids right there on top of the paper plates. And if you have to switch a couple of items around from your original way of packing it, no big deal. Like I said, it's like a puzzle, trying to get everything in here. And I have a bunch of extra stuff, so mine's going to be a little more full than yours should be. I don't think we could have got anything else in here, even if we wanted to. But just like that. And then the roll of paper towels can go right there on top. Connect your handles together with Velcro or tie them together somehow, and there you have it. Ready to pick up, carry right down to the bank side. Everything you need to have a big fish fry in one hand. Ready to go. Now once I do my next catch and cook and get these unboxed, I'm going to switch out my other pots and pans for these pots and pans and these utensils. I'm pretty sure these are smaller anyways, so it'll fit in that kit even better. But that pretty much sums up how to make your own DIY Bankside Catch and Cook kit. Now you know how to make your very own do-it-yourself Bankside Catch and Cook kit. From all the ingredients to the gear and then the bag itself. It don't take much to put one together, and now you'll be ready to cook your fish right there on the bankside. If you enjoy these tutorial style videos, let me know in the comments below. Here recently I've been in the small game hunting mood, and I ended up harvesting 2 new bucket list species. One being your rabbit and the other being your raccoon. If you guys would like to see the hunt and harvest of both of those videos, I'll link them right here at the end. But until next time, please consider liking, sharing with friends and family, and subscribing if you haven't already. Sam out.